Hey, guess what time it is? It's time to finish this polish stage. This has been going for 2 days, and now it's time to stop it, rinse these off, dry them off, and check them out. This is just a variety of rocks from many different sources. Here are all the rocks after the final polish stage. They're all dried off. Some of them turned out really quite nice. Others, not great. But let's take a look at some of the nicer ones. This one might be my favorite. It's banded chert. And I love the pattern in this. This is amazing looking. Unfortunately, as you can see right here, it had a little undercutting. Nothing I could do about that. That's just whatever that mineral is right there. It just wasn't holding up. It wasn't as hard as the chert. But otherwise, this is just a beautiful, beautiful rock. I absolutely love that pattern right there. That's self-collected banded chert. This is a piece of petrified wood, which is nearly flawless. This is the way I like it. I say nearly. You can see right there one little issue. But otherwise, this is just awesome. Shine looks really good. You can see a little bit of what I think is agatization. Boy, say that 10 times fast. Agatization within this rock, within this piece of petrified wood. A tiny little issue right there. There's a small agate rock. Sort of looks like carnelian. You see it has this quartzy looking pocket right there. This piece is kind of wild. I don't know where this one came from. I really don't remember. But it has that hematite seam in it, which just took a terrific shine. A little tiny bit of pitting. Not a perfect tumble, but it is a cool looking rock. I like that one. I'm not sure where I got this rock or what type of rock it is. It's very unusual. Not perfect, but it's really, really beautiful. There's a part of me that thinks this is petrified wood, but I don't know. It could be. It could just be a chunk of petrified wood I found and I tumbled it to the point where it looks like this. Not sure. Here's another little agate. It's got some banding in it. Very nice polish. There's a nice piece of jasper of some type. There's several small pieces of jasper in this batch. I think most of these were purchased. I believe I got a bunch of these from a seller on Facebook. This one has some very nice patterns in it. I have several pieces of this, which I believe is the plume opal. Not 100% sure, but I believe that's what it is. As you can see, these didn't tumble perfectly, but these are the types of rocks where you really have to stop at some point and move on to polish, because otherwise they will just disappear. Here's an end cut from a stone that I purchased from a seller at our local gem and mineral society. I had no idea what to expect. I made some cabochons out of it and they are beautiful. So I just took this little end cut and tumbled it. It is really an interesting rock. I do not know what it is, but it is a beautiful rock. Check out this little agate here. This thing is beautiful. I think the reflection is actually making it difficult to see, but trust me, this thing has just Just has a really awesome pattern in it. Here it is zoomed in. Maybe this will work better. Trying to keep the shine off so you can really see it. Tiny fracture there. Oh, look at that. Didn't catch that. I guess I'll have to throw this one away. No, it's fine. It's a little too small to put back in the coarse grit to get rid of that, but I just love that pattern there. Here's that agate up close. Here's just another agate. Very small, but beautiful. Look at that. Here's some kind of agate. This one tumbled nicely, but it's very small. I'm currently working on other agates that are being tumbled that should end up beautiful like this, only much bigger, much easier to show. Here's some more of that plume opal up close. Very interesting. It's like a whole other world inside this thing. Now this is an example of a rock that could not be tumbled smooth. As you can see, these holes, these vugs are much too deep. I was just trying to capture this fortification banding in this chalcedony here. The rest of the rock took a decent polish, but like I said, my goal was just to capture the chalcedony in it. Is that a tiny piece of ceramic in there? Maybe. Here's one of those Botswana agates. Oh, these really are beautiful. I'm currently tumbling a batch of these and they're turning out very nice. This one must have been done early and that's why I got into this group. So I have barrels going all the time and I check them regularly. Once I find a stone is polished, or I should say ground down to the shape and smoothness I like, I will go ahead and put it into another container, which when that container gets full, I start polishing everything in it. So that's probably how this one ended up in there. Here's a beautiful piece of jasper of some type. Don't know where I got it. Not perfect, look at that. Still a very pretty rock. Now I'm not 100% sure what this is. I want to say this is some type of stromatolite. I did get a big piece of this and I started capping it. This may be a piece off that. It has incredible detail in it. I just hope that's coming through. It is really amazing. It also looks a little bit like Agate's Petrified Wood. So it could be that as well, I'm not sure. Speaking of petrified wood, pretty sure that's what this is. Not perfect, but for petrified wood, it looks really nice. You can see it's got a great shine. Look at that reflection. Yeah, really beautiful piece of petrified wood. Here's another fossil rock. You can see some of these fossils in here. I just think these are beautiful. Once again, I didn't tumble it all the way down because I didn't want to lose all these fossils that I could see, not knowing what would be underneath. Yeah, you can see some large ones and some smaller ones in here. It's a little piece of jasper. I like that it has these little tiny white specks, dots. That's actually within the stone. Not sure what it is, but it's It's cool looking. Here's another interesting agate rock, a tiny little piece. Must have been from a slab. This stuff is so cool. I hate to waste it, so even these small pieces that I get from cutting and trimming, I decide to keep and throw in the tumbler. Just a gorgeous shade of dark blue. I don't know if that's coming through, but it's really pretty. This is a piece of petrified palm wood, just an end cut from some slabbing rough I was working with it. So it's got that cool, like porcupine look to it, like ostrich skin. But that is petrified palm wood. This one, I believe, is like a Bahia agate. I guess I still had a few of these laying around that went through the polish. I did several of these before. So a Bahia agate. Not sure where this one came from. It's some sort of agate piece. Another little slab trimming that has some great mossy agate in it. It's a nice tiny piece of jasper. This is probably picture jasper. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is also petrified wood. Yes, I'm pretty sure it is. Got tumbled almost to perfection. You can see not quite. I could have kept that going a little bit longer. The rest of the polish is terrific. Try to come up with a test, an objective test to measure the quality of a shine. So I've been thinking a lot about that. In my business, we use certain tests to determine how good the resolution is of a system, like a line pair test, for example. So I was thinking with a reflection, what would you use? So here, like if I had something reflecting off this that had a pattern on it, let's say a line pair phantom, and could you see down to some resolution on it? That would be an indication of how good the polish is on a rock. That way it would no longer be subjective, because everyone goes, oh, look how beautiful my rocks are, look at that polish. Well, okay, they're beautiful, but how could we look at it objectively and say, yeah, but look at the specs on that polish. So you can see just holding up something like this, with good lighting, gives you an idea of how good the polish is. I believe this is a small piece of Arizona petrified wood. I had some of this, and I had some small pieces left over, and I think I tumbled this one until it finally got smooth. But from that reddish look, I'm pretty sure that's what this is, Arizona petrified wood. And here's just a little agate piece, probably a trimming from a slab. Lots of bands. Could have tumbled this one a little bit longer, I guess. But what's the point when it's this thin? You know, just got to move on. Here's a little piece of petrified wood. This one has a little bit of undercutting there. Now here's a piece of wonderstone. It's my first time ever trying to tumble wonderstone. I've been reading about how difficult it is to get a good shine, and they're right. It's a little soft, so it doesn't give that high polish that I like. But it's such a beautiful stone. It feels good. It'd be a good pocket stone. Maybe a little too big for that, but it took an okay shine. And you can see up close, it's got very tiny pits. So it shines like it shines. A little piece of carnelian. And finally, here's a little piece of banded chert. I do love how this stuff shines. It always seems to take a great shine. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this, seeing these stones. I'll try to produce some more of these when I get some more finished. In the meantime, be sure and check out some of my other videos. Lots of rock-related things, rock hounding, lapidary stuff. So, thanks again for watching.